I recently purchased this DuroMax hybrid XP13000EH. It's a dual fuel, so you could do gas and propane, liquid gas and propane. And I'd purchased it and I couldn't get the thing started. It basically starts up and backfires. So I've seen a few videos where they talk about changing the spark plug. And so that's what I'm going to do. I've checked a few other things. These DuroMaxes commonly have CO2 sensor issues. So sometimes you'll see that here with this little light in the CO2 alert. It may be on when you start it up. And so I've seen folks sometimes having to bypass that, at least online. I've seen so, but that doesn't appear to be the issue with me yet. But it pretty much tries to start and backfire. So let's go ahead and I'll show you what's going on here, right? So inlet's on. We're gonna go to propane here. My propane full, not on yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on. On the side here, since I'm using just propane, you want the fuel valve to the off here, which is just what you see down here. And then the choke to open and close it. Right now, it's got open, and I haven't really messed with it, so I'm just gonna leave it for now. And we're gonna go ahead and start this thing up. You'll see what's going on. So I checked the oil also. Oil's good, just to make sure. It's got a 10W30 small engine, non-synthetic, just for the first 8 hours to break it in. And then ultimately I've got synthetic, but I've never put it in because I haven't got it started. So I'll show you what's going on here. Yeah, so it's like a shotgun, so I don't want to make my neighbors upset. Let me go ahead and turn off the gas. Let me go ahead and switch this to storage, to dry. Make sure the power's off. And then everything that I've seen online in a couple different videos, and I'll shout out those videos, pretty much says you need to take a look at the spark plug and replace the spark plug. So that's what I'm going to do. Nothing should be hot here. That was the one test I just tried. It's been consistently doing that since I've bought it last year and tried it a few times. So let me go in here and change the spark plug and see if it works. I'm doing this on the fly for this video, so hopefully it works and we get this thing started. So here on the back of the machine here, you'll see the little area where the spark plug is. So it's this here, and it's got this cap on it, so that you just want to pull off, and that'll expose your spark plug. Now they gave a tool, but the tool is terrible, so I would use a proper socket wrench. And if you struggle, you can put a little WD-40 or penetrating oil around here. Not too much, just enough to break it up. In the event that you're still having issues after it sits for 10-15 minutes, you can lightly tap on the tip here with a hammer just to release the bonds. You're not going to use that spark plug anymore, just to get it loose. Talking spark plugs, in the manual here, they recommend this NGK BPR6ES, which is this one that you see here. And then one of the videos that I reference, the gentleman used this particular one, BPR6EIX, which is the Iridium version of the one above. So it is important with a new spark plug that you use one of these little tools here to measure the gap with the spark plug. And then you can see on one side is millimeters, on the other side is inches, and they tell you here the recommended gap in millimeters and then in inches. So we're going to go ahead and check this new spark plug to make sure we've got the right gap for when we're putting it in the machine. I've slid it on. A little bit of pressure will open it up, and we're right where the recommendation, kind of right in the middle, 0.028 to 0.031. So we're kind of right on the cusp there. I may go to 0.30 and call it a day. All right, right, got it loose with the right wrench. Do it by hand. This is the original. Take that out. LG. Supposed to be NGK. All right. Let's go ahead and it's pretty clean. No need to clean it, brand new. Start threading it by hand, and then we'll tighten it up a little bit. All right, new one's in there. Looks pretty nice, tightened up. If you're curious, this is the socket that I used, 13/16. Pretty deep, pretty deep to get in there, right? So you can see. Get all the way in there, so gotta get the proper stuff. All right, propane's on. We're at the fuel switch on propane. Got the battery switch on. No warning indicators. Fresh spark plug. Test one. Little bit of a backfire, but started right up. Woohoo! Final solution was changing the spark plug. I had read somewhere they were supposed to be using NGX only. I don't know if that's the case, but it came with this LG, cheapo LG F6 TC, which it does say there, but then it also says recommending using an NGK. But anyway, these are the two NGKs. This is the one that's recommended in the box, I mean in the instructions here. This is the one that I used, an Iridium version, so a better spark plug in general. That's it. Just make sure the gap is correct, install a new one, and you should be good to go.